Here is something that might surprise you. Research shows that nearly 1 in 3 adults over 60 will experience a fall this year, and what catches most people off guard is that the majority of these falls do not happen while standing still. They happen during movement. Specifically, they happen when someone is walking and doing something else at the same time, like turning their head to look at traffic, glancing back at a family member, or checking for their car in a parking lot. This simple action, turning your head while your feet are moving, is one of the most revealing tests of how well your balance systems are working together. Now, I want to be very clear about something before we go any further. This video is not about making you feel afraid. It is not about making you feel old or fragile or like something is wrong with you. I have been practicing medicine for decades, and one thing I have learned is that awareness is not the same as worry. Awareness gives you options. Awareness gives you power. And that is exactly what we are going to focus on today. In the next several minutes, I am going to walk you through a simple, safe test you can try at home. This test will help you understand how your brain, your inner ear, your eyes, and your body are working together when you move. And then I am going to give you practical exercises you can start today to improve your results. No gym membership required, no fancy equipment, just you, a safe space, and a few minutes of your time. Before we get into the test itself, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know how old you are and where you are watching from. I find that this community is filled with people from all over the world, all different backgrounds, all different experiences. And knowing who is watching helps me create content that serves you better. So take a moment right now and say hello. Let me explain why walking in a straight line is not enough to really test your balance. When you walk forward on a flat surface, looking straight ahead, your body is doing something it has practiced for most of your life. Your brain knows the pattern. Your muscles know the rhythm. Your inner ear is barely being challenged because everything is stable and predictable. It is like driving on a straight highway with no traffic. Easy enough, right? But real life is not a straight highway. Real life is full of distractions. You hear someone call your name and you turn to look. You are crossing the street and you check for cars. You are in a grocery store and you glance at the shelves while pushing your cart. These moments, when your head turns but your body keeps moving forward, are when your balance systems have to work overtime. And this is exactly where problems tend to show up first. When you turn your head while walking, several things happen at once. Your inner ear, which senses motion and orientation, has to recalibrate because your head is now pointing in a different direction than your body. Your eyes have to adjust to a new visual field while the world around you is also moving. Your brain has to process all of this information instantly and send signals to your muscles to keep you upright. And your body has to respond to those signals quickly enough to prevent a stumble. In younger years, all of this happens seamlessly. But as we age, each of these systems can slow down just a little bit. The inner ear becomes less sensitive. The eyes take longer to focus. The brain needs a fraction of a second more to process. The muscles respond a bit more slowly. Individually, these changes are minor, but when they all happen together, during a head turn while walking, that is when balance problems can emerge. This is why I consider the walking head turn test to be so important. It reveals how well your systems are integrated. And here is the good news. If you find that your balance is not as strong as you would like during this test, it does not mean you are stuck. Balance is trainable at any age. I have seen patients in their 80s and even 90s make meaningful improvements with consistent practice. Now, before we do this test together, I need to go over some important safety information. Please listen carefully. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice, and it does not replace guidance from your own healthcare provider. If you have any concerns about your balance or your health, please talk to your doctor or a physical therapist before trying this test. When you do the test, set yourself up for safety. Choose a space with a clear floor. Remove any rugs that might slip, any clutter, any cords or objects that could trip you. Walk near a wall or a kitchen counter so you can reach out for support if you need it. Do not do this test on stairs or on an uneven surface. If you normally use a cane or a walker, you can absolutely use it during this test. This is about understanding your current balance, whatever that looks like for you. There is no shame in using the tools that help you stay safe. If at any point during the test you feel dizzy, unsteady, or unsafe, stop immediately. Do not push through discomfort. Listen to your body. And if you experience chest pain, fainting, or severe shortness of breath during any physical activity, stop what you are doing and call 911. These are signs of a medical emergency. All right, if you are ready and you feel safe, let us do this test together. First, I want you to stand up and move to your clear walking space. You should have at least 10 to 15 feet of room to walk in a straight line. Position yourself near a wall or counter if possible. Go ahead and pause the video if you need a moment to get set up. I will be right here when you are ready. Now, stand tall. Relax your shoulders. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and let it out gently through your mouth. We are going to start walking in just a moment. Begin walking forward at your normal, comfortable pace. Not too fast, not too slow. Just your everyday walking speed. Keep your eyes looking ahead, your arms relaxed at your sides or holding your assistive device if you use one. After a few steps, gently turn your head to the left. Keep walking. Look to the side as if you are checking for something or someone. Then bring your head back to center. Take a few more steps and then gently turn your head to the right. Again, keep walking. Glance to the side. Then return your head to center. That is the test. Simple, right? But pay attention to what happened. Did you feel stable throughout? Did your walking speed stay the same? Did you feel any wobble, any hesitation, any need to reach for the wall? Did one direction feel different from the other? Take a moment now and really reflect on what you experienced. And if you would like, leave a comment below and share how the test felt for you. Your experience might help someone else who is watching, and it helps me understand what you are going through. Let us talk about some common mistakes people make during this test, because being aware of these can help you get more accurate results. The first mistake is turning your head too quickly. This is not a whiplash motion. It is a gentle, smooth turn, the kind you would use in everyday life. If you snap your head to the side, you are going to feel dizzy even if your balance is fine. Take it slow and easy. The second mistake is holding your breath. This is so common, and most people do not even realize they are doing it. When you hold your breath, you reduce oxygen to your brain, you tense up your muscles, and you actually make balance harder. Breathe naturally throughout the test. The third mistake is looking down at your feet. I understand the instinct. It feels safer to watch where you are stepping. But in real life, you are not always going to have that luxury. And looking down changes your center of gravity. Keep your gaze forward except when you are turning your head to the side. The fourth mistake is rushing. This is not a race. Walk at your normal pace. If you speed up, you are adding a variable that makes the test less useful. And the fifth mistake is ignoring differences between your left and right sides. This is actually one of the most important things to notice. Many people find that turning their head in one direction feels fine, but the other direction causes a wobble or hesitation. This asymmetry is very common and very important information. It can guide your exercises and help you or your healthcare provider understand what is going on. Now let us talk about what your results might suggest. I want to be very clear that this test is not a diagnosis. Only a healthcare provider can diagnose a condition. But your observations can give you useful clues. If you felt stable throughout the test, if your walking stayed smooth and your balance felt secure in both directions, that is a wonderful sign. It suggests that your balance systems are working well together. Keep up whatever you are doing. and consider the exercises I am about to share as a way to maintain and even improve your current abilities. If you noticed a mild wobble or a slight hesitation, especially in one direction, this is very common. It does not mean something is seriously wrong. It simply means there is room for improvement. The exercises we will discuss can help you strengthen these connections. If you experience significant instability, if you had to stop walking, reach for the wall, or felt like you might fall, please take this seriously. This is important information, and I would encourage you to make an appointment with your doctor or a physical therapist. There are many things that can cause balance issues, and many of them are treatable. Do not be embarrassed. Be proactive, and if you notice that one side was notably worse than the other, definitely mention this to your healthcare provider. Asymmetry can sometimes point to specific issues in the inner ear, the brain, or even the neck that might benefit from targeted treatment. Let me take a few minutes now to explain what is actually happening in your body during this test. Understanding the why can help you appreciate the what, and it can motivate you to stick with your exercises. Your balance depends on three main systems working together. Think of them as three legs of a stool. If one leg is weak, the whole stool is less stable. But if you strengthen the other legs, you can compensate. The first system is your vestibular system. This is your inner ear, and it is like a biological level or gyroscope. It detects motion and the position of your head in space. When you turn your head while walking, your vestibular system has to rapidly update the brain about your new orientation. As we age, the sensors in the inner ear can become less sensitive, and the signals they send can become less clear. The second system is your visual system. Your eyes provide crucial information about where you are in space. They tell you if the world is moving or if you are moving. When you turn your head, your eyes have to adjust to a new visual scene while also tracking your motion. If your eyes do not adjust quickly, or if you have vision problems, this can throw off your balance. The third system is your proprioceptive system. Now, this is a word you might not have heard before, but the concept is simple. Proprioception is your body's sense of where it is in space. It comes from sensors in your muscles, joints, and skin. When you turn your head, these sensors in your neck, your spine, your legs, and your feet all have to update the brain about your new position. If these signals are slow or inaccurate, your balance suffers. And there is one more factor that ties all of this together: reaction time. Even if all three systems are sending good information, your brain has to process that information quickly and send signals to your muscles to keep you upright. As we age, reaction time naturally slows down. This is why practice and training are so important. You can train your brain and body to respond more quickly and efficiently. When you turn your head while walking, all of these systems are challenged simultaneously. It is like a stress test for your balance. And just like any other stress test, it can reveal weaknesses that do not show up under easier conditions. Now, let us move on to the practical part. Here are 5 simple, safe exercises you can start doing at home to improve your performance on this test and, more importantly, to improve your real-world balance. Exercise 1 is called stationary head turns. Stand near a counter or wall for support. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Slowly turn your head to the left, pause, then return to center. Repeat to the right. Do this 10 times on each side. The easy version is to hold on to the counter. The harder version is to do it without any support, and eventually with your eyes closed for an even greater challenge. Exercise 2 is called marching in place with head turns. Stand near your support. Begin marching in place, lifting your knees to a comfortable height. As you march, slowly turn your head left, then right. Continue for 30 seconds. The easy version is to march slowly with support. The harder version is to march faster, lift your knees higher, and do it without support. Exercise 3 is called tandem standing. Stand with one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe. Hold this position for 30 seconds. Then switch which foot is in front. Once this feels stable, add gentle head turns left and right while holding the position. The easy version is to stand near a wall for safety. The harder version is to close your eyes while maintaining the position. Exercise 4 is called walking with pauses and turns. Walk across your room at a normal pace. Every few steps, stop completely, turn your head to one side, then continue walking. This mimics real-life situations where you might stop and look around. The easy version is to pause for several seconds. The harder version is to make the pauses shorter and the head turns quicker. Exercise 5 is called gaze stabilization walking. This is a bit more advanced. Hold a small object like a card or a letter at eye level in front of you. Begin walking slowly while keeping your eyes fixed on the object. Gently turn your head left and right while keeping your eyes locked on the target. This trains your eyes and vestibular system to work together during motion. The easy version is to walk very slowly. The harder version is to increase your walking speed. Here is a weekly plan to get you started. Aim to practice 3 to 4 days per week. Each session should take about 15 to 25 minutes. Begin each session with some gentle warm-up movements, like shoulder rolls and slow neck stretches. Then work through each of the 5 exercises. Start with the easy versions and progress when you feel ready. Keep notes on how you feel each day. And after 2 weeks of consistent practice, try the walking head turn test again. I think you will be pleased with your improvement. Remember, balance is not fixed. It is a skill. And like any skill, it responds to practice. The human body is remarkable in its ability to adapt and improve at any age. If you have made it this far in the video, I want to thank you for your commitment to your own health. That dedication matters. Please take a moment right now to click the like button if you found this information useful. It helps more people discover this content. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss future videos. Before we close, I want to leave you with something important. Falls are not inevitable. I know it can feel that way sometimes. I know the statistics can be frightening. But here is what I have learned from decades of working with patients. The people who maintain their confidence and independence are not the ones who ignore balance problems. They are the ones who acknowledge them and take action. Balance can be trained. Your brain is adaptable, your muscles are trainable, your inner ear can be challenged in ways that make it more effective. The systems in your body that keep you upright want to work well. They just need the right input. Confidence and independence matter. Being able to walk through a busy store, cross a street safely, turn to greet a friend, these are not small things. These are the moments that make up a life, and you deserve to enjoy them fully. So start today, even if it is just one exercise. Even if it is just being more aware of how you feel when you turn your head while walking. One small step leads to another, and those steps add up. I believe in your ability to improve. I have seen it happen countless times. Now go try that test, start those exercises, and take ownership of your balance. I will see you in the next video.